everyone, I'm Utkarsh and this is my new guitar, PRS 513 2008. So let's go through. This is not really the best known guitar. This is not even a model that's current for PRS. It's been replaced by the 509. But the 513 is a special guitar and there's a reason why I got it. So let's talk about what this guitar is and what it does and why it is so good for doing what it does. So the entire point of the 513 is, what if you could have one guitar that could do it all? It could do Strat sounds, it could do Les Paul sounds, and it could do even something akin to what heavy metal bands would like, with high output pickups. So essentially 513, as you might know, stands for 5 pickups, which is the 5 single coils, and 13 sounds. 13 sounds because there are essentially 3 modes for these pickups, but the middle pickup remains the same. So which is why 3 modes into 5 way switch, so you've got 15 sounds minus 2 because middle pickup stays the same. So how do you best describe this and how do you describe the switching? What I would say is this guitar has, it's essentially 3 guitars in one, and you switch through the 3 guitars with the switch. So guitar number 1 is basically a single coil Strat, which means that you've got single coil, single coil, single coil, outer single coil here, outer single coil here. This is the first position in the 3-way switch, and then you scroll through these very much as you would in a Strat. So this position would be having just the neck pickup. Next position would be having neck and middle pickup, but in parallel. Middle would be just having the middle pickup. This position would be having this pickup and this pickup, again in parallel, and at last you would get this pickup. So just like a Strat. Then you move the switch to the next position. This position gets you vintage humbucker, as I would call it. Basically it's coil tap, but let's not get into the technicalities. Low output humbucker, so similar to any other PRS core model, 5-way switch. This position gets you humbucker, this position gets you humbucker plus single coil in parallel, single coil only, so the same sound, humbucker plus single coil in parallel, bridge humbucker only. So that's your second guitar. First guitar was a Strat, second guitar is Les Paul maybe. And then last, this will get your pickups to full output, so almost think of it as like high output. Something like probably you'd get something like a bare knuckle nail bomb or something, or a EMG. Two EMGs are active, this is not active. Point is high output, and similar to the other setup, neck plus middle plus bridge only. So that's the genesis. Depending on whether you are playing heavy metal or you're playing, I don't know, pop or whatever country, you can switch between a single coil guitar, a vintage humbucker guitar, or a high output humbucker guitar. Pretty convenient. So beyond just the sounds, I think what I really like about this guitar, and the other reasons I got it, is I'm a Les Paul guy, so I like big chunky guitars. The customs, I love my custom 22, but it's a bit too thin for me. My McCarthy 594 is just nice. This is thick, like a McCarthy. So as you can see, this is a thick body, full thickness. And this actually has a patterned regular neck. So my custom 22 has a patterned neck, and this patterned regular is thicker. So it feels nice and chunky. This has 22 frets, that's great. So what I was looking for really is something that gives me the big chunky feeling, which this does. It's not a very light guitar, it's a very resonant guitar, but not a very light guitar. And I want that I want that big chunky feeling, which is almost a Gibson kind of feel, which I get on my 594. But what I don't get on my 594 is a trem. And I really want a trem, because trems allows me to do all of these, all of the stuff that I love doing, like. So I love doing that slight flutter, and PRS trems are the best in the business. I'm sorry. They hold the tuning. They can be light, or they can be like, you can do whatever. Still, it'll hold its tuning. So playing live, there's nothing like a PRS guitar which holds its tuning, and the trem is just amazing. So I wanted the feel of a 594, sorry, I wanted the chunky feeling of a Gibson kind of guitar, yet I wanted the PRS trem. So custom 22s and 24s don't hold the cut. McCartys don't really come with trems. There are a few McCarty, not 594. 594 trems are only private stock, which is too expensive for me. And yeah, so that leaves the Tremonti model. With Tremonti models, the neck is baton thin, which is too thin for me. I want a thick neck. So ironically, while this guitar is very versatile, one of the reasons I got this is to get a substantial feeling PRS, and having all the additional sounds is just a bonus. So yeah, overall, this model doesn't exist anymore. It's been replaced by the 509, which has significantly simpler switching, though I think there's nothing wrong with the switching. Is simple enough once you think of it as 3 guitars that you just scroll through. The 509, I want to get into it individually. Coil splits each of the coils. I think this is more versatile. These guitars are not that common. If you get the original model, it has Brazilian rosewood. I don't really care about Brazilian rosewood. I just wanted a good piece. This was sold to me by a very nice old gentleman who had had this guitar for 10 years. He had just one owner, and this guitar, the moment I played it, it was so musical in that way that PRSs are. So overall, guys, if you're looking for a guitar that can do it all, and if you want a bit of a Gibson feel, yet you want a tremolo in a PRS, I would highly recommend this, or even the 509, though I have not played it, but it's the same guitar, same pickups, different switching combinations. Alright, so I hope this has been useful, and yeah, till my next video, which might take some time since I don't have much time to do these videos anymore.